Francisco, the Golden Coast, the edge of the new world lit with an ambitious glow. The son of a migrant from the old world shores, Scottish, Irish mixed with the blood of the native born. In love with a gypsy, fleeing revolution in foreign lands. The father seeks the yellow color like a Sikh, his daughter's hand. Working on the railroad to make my way. The creeks of Brysonville now lie so far away. I pray she waits. Heaven can be found when she lets her gold hair down in any field that she laid. There's a tremble in the ground if you let that poor girl down. The California earth is what they say. Staring into the evening sun at the end of a long work day, alone with your thoughts aside, the hammer's heavy weight. I memorized every soft line on her face. A million miles of railroad ties could never erase. The blood in my veins would surely turn to sand if I arrived too late to be her man. But still she waits. Heaven can be found when she lets her gold hair down in any field that she laid. There's a tremble in the ground when you let that poor girl down. The California earth is what they say. So I headed west and I hopped a train, traded my old dirt plow for a prospecting claim. San Francisco, the Golden Coast, the edge of the new world lit with an ambitious glow. Good to be back in Tring, and how about another round for Zoe? Thank you very much for playing. It's nice to meet you. I told her now I've got to learn some Scottish and English ballads, traditional songs. If you'll forgive me with singing them with an accent, I guess. This next song is on my new record, and I wrote this, started writing this the very first time I came overseas on tour, and I'd kind of forgotten it in my notebook, and it kind of, like you do with your notebooks, it just kind of gets buried with all the other lyrics and songs you don't finish. And when I was writing songs for the new record, came back across it and I finished it, and it seemed like it fit. And the original thought was this: my first time being overseas, and I was in the Netherlands, and I was in France and Belgium and Germany and England and Wales and all these places that all of our ancestors, you know, in America are from, and so you guys we're all cousins, and but we're your wild ass cousins. You know, we're the criminals and the people trying to get rich. Some of us were slaves, some of us were indentured servants, some of us were really religious. But you put it all in a pot and you boil it together and you get America. Sorry about that, but anyway, this is called Puritan Cowboys. It's October on the continent. It's already cold in Wales, and I try to picture myself back home. My imagination fails. Overcome with restlessness, still missing days long past, but it's a brand new peaceful feeling now that I trust my path. With my cowboy ways and my Puritan roots, I sit out each day and I seek to live true. There's a worry buried in my bones, digging into my skull. But there's a melody running through my veins, giving my heart a pulse. With my cowboy ways and my Puritan roots, I sit out each day and I seek to live true. Too anxious for the rivers, there's a new world around the bend. Too much time for despair, carrying around this original sin. Tonight, the moon's on fire like it's been since I don't know when. Put my finger on the map, check my thumb, my soul to the wind. With my cowboy ways and my Puritan roots, I sit out each day and I seek to live true. This next song is kind of there's two songs that are kind of the title track. They're kind of bookends to the new record. And I realize that I'm standing up here in an unusual time with the American flag behind me. It doesn't mean to everybody what it used to be, maybe. But anyway, I feel like we've gotten through worse things in modern American history, so hopefully we'll get through all this. But it's kind of a crazy time to be an American. Anyway, this next song is I didn't write. This is not about the election or any person with orange hair or anything like that. Reality show stars, that become president. But I just mostly wrote this song thinking that in times where it is, I think we all get a little distracted these days, and it seems like the world is just going down the crapper. But mostly, I don't want to live in a world without art and family and love and all those things. And I think more than ever, it's important to go out and do things that you love, that you're passionate about, and not sit home and watch the telly and not get on Facebook too much and all that stuff that we all do when we're kind of bored. But anyway, this is called The World Without. From the start, you feel alone when they fall, but this world plays tricks on us all. A world without dreams, without beautiful He's only a machine with no soul. I know there's some place in this world still where we can find love within, I swear. Learn to chase the light without running from the darkness of night. You would not know love without fear, no joy without pain, anger, or fear. I know there's some place in this world still where we can find love within, I swear. The church will break your heart. The state, it was flawed from the start. Anyone we salute can surely fall. But this world will play tricks on us all. But I know there's some place in this world still where we can find love within, I swear. We can find love within, I swear. We can find love within, I swear. Well, I hitched a ride in Memphis with a ragtag band. They were chasing rock and roll and women in a van. Was chasing the blues with strongest whiskey I could get, and chasing the truth in a tune in my head. I've been riding these roads and slinging these songs. From town to town I keep moving along. Every now and then a little something I find that can make a town a little hard to leave behind. Before Mississippi flowed backwards before I tried once more. Somewhere on her heart there was one weak spot, and you could pick it just right on an old flat top. Well, I dreamed a smoky kiss outside of Neil's bar, with her ass pressed up against some dirty white car, me pressed up against her soft white skin, like the the soft wet beads on a glass of gin. Well, I lied and said soon I'd be back in town. I didn't know it then, but I know that now. You trust the art and not the artist, I guess. Who is in a song is his idealized self. You hear the whole city sing along when you tap the right vein in a hard blues song. It's hard to draw. Yeah, they wonder why we ever come down here at all. Stretch of 40, the music highway, but I can't seem to make it sing today. Well, I also have the same affliction about tuning and talking at the same time. So this is the part where I just say stuff that doesn't make sense. Almost like a world leader tweeting or something. That's not bad, is it? I just thought of that. It's so much easier to joke about it. If you didn't laugh, it'd take a lot of pints to cry. So this next song, it's on my record, The Big Show, that came out a few years ago, and I've played here a couple of times, and some of you, if you've been to the show, I hate repeating myself, but that's the unfortunate thing when you play towns and you forget which stories you've told and which ones you haven't told. But there's the stupid part of this song where I thought I got robbed and I was just in the wrong hotel room the next morning. Yeah, I'm that smart. Yep. I can't remember if the last time I was here I'd done this, but I took a DNA test within the last couple of years, and so I know I'm 25% Irish now. So I was drinking with this guy who was 100% Irish, and so blah, 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 wrong hotel room. Anybody could do that. Luckily, nobody else was in it, so that I know of. But anyway, the second part of this was this guy had I met a long time ago on the road. He had emailed me, and he was a bartender, and I knew he was a writer, and we'd stayed in touch, and we talked about poetry and love and life and all that stuff. And it had been 7 years, and he sent me this novel he had written, and he said, "Man, I finally finished my book, and I want to send it to you because you're in it." He gave me some really good advice, and I was thinking, oh boy, my advice at a bar, wow, that's gonna be good. But I was on tour and I was reading this, and it was really strange to read my words 7 years later. And of course, I don't remember saying that, but it wasn't bad advice, actually. And I thought, in a strange way, maybe I should take the advice that I was giving him in this book. But we all give better advice than we actually live by. That's kind of the human, that's what we do. So, anyway, this song is called Limavady Blues. In a against the wall. No one but these same old blues that I got left to call. I woke up this morning in the wrong hotel room. I don't know what I did to lose you. It must have been something I've yet to do. And I said, oh, you're gonna be the one that breaks me. She said, no, only love you long as you're wild and free. She said, oh, you could be the one that saves me. I said, no, I can't save you from what you wanna be. I fell asleep in Dublin, woke up in Frankfurt. I dreamed of you and home. I found a little house of the devil, hoping to ease my troubled soul. I never found any answers, just questions more and more. My own words returned to haunt me to prove that I know better than I was before. I said, oh, you're gonna be the one that breaks me. She said, no, only love you long as you're wild and free. She said, oh, you could be the one that saves me. I said, no, I can't save you from what you wanna be. Put the wheels in the wind towards you and the coast of California, shaking like a lost child each time I turn to go. No matter how fast I'm traveling or how far I roam, when I wash my face in the morning, the same old blues are the first to say hello. And I said, oh, you're gonna be the one that breaks me. She said, no, only love you long as you're wild and free. She said, oh, you could be the one that saves me. I said, no, I can't save you from what you wanna be. Yeah, so it's funny, you play songs and you have these random thoughts that pop into your head while you're playing songs, like what time's the train, stuff like that. Where do I have to be tomorrow? When's my flight? But also, you have thoughts like, I played that song years ago. I was on tour and I was in the Netherlands. And I was playing this venue, and I'll never remember the name of it. It was obviously Dutch, but it had something to do with the Dutch word for the hook, where they would hang the fish and weigh them. And it was like an old, all stone kind of building, high ceilings. And it was like a Sunday afternoon show, like north of Amsterdam. And it was a really pretty day. I had actually gotten kicked off 3 trains that day because I didn't understand the card thing, and anyway, barely got there in time, but it was a lovely afternoon, and right in the middle of my set, once I had a few pints and I started like loosening up and feeling comfortable, and all these people, I was singing and they were just like right like from here back, just right up beside me, and it was in the afternoon, so I could just, you know, read every expression on every Dutch face in the audience. And so I was closing my eyes a little bit more than normal, it being early in the afternoon and no stage lighting. And I started singing that last song, and then right in the chorus, as I had my eyes closed, it's like, you know, 40 people started harmonizing with me out of the blue, you know, going, oh, and then they started doing 2 parts, and I opened my eyes, really, you know, thinking, okay, this is the moment. I've lost it. I've really gone crazy this time. And they were all singing along. They had learned it after the first time around, and I didn't know this place was kind of common for they would just sing along. And anyway, that's one thought that just occurred to me while playing that song. The other one is, I just got a text from a buddy in, where do they live? They live in Oklahoma, and it's he and his wife are singer-songwriter duo, great songwriters, and we were on tour, and I guess I had told him this story, and he just texted me, and he goes, were you the one that the guy was at the bar playing harmonica while you were playing your gig? Because he goes, somebody did that to me tonight. I was like, yep, that was me. And years ago, I was in Alabama. No, Florida. It's like on the line of Florida, Alabama. They call it Floribama. And it's kind of like, we call it the Redneck Riviera. If that makes sense to you. And during the gig, I was sitting there playing, and I was, you know, I'd start playing a song. And I mean, I have harmonicas, and sometimes I play them, and sometimes I don't. And then I would hear harmonica somewhere in the bar while I'm playing. I'm like, okay, once again, this is it. This is the moment. I've lost it. I'm going crazy. I'm hearing things. And there was a guy in the back of the bar, and he had his harmonica, and he started figuring out what key I was in, and he'd start playing along. And then they'd catch him and they'd kick him out, you know, and then he'd come back in, and then catch him again. And then later, after I got finished, the guy after me was playing, and the guy had snuck back in, and he was in the other side room, and he was still playing harmonica. I was like, God, that dude, they just need to let him play harmonica. Like, he's really... Alright, so I'll play one more song, and then we'll take a little quick break, and then I'll do a lot longer second set. But mostly, I just want to make sure thanks, Bob, for having me again. It's great to be in Tring, and thank you, Zoe. It's nice to meet you and hear you as well. And yeah, we'll take a little break after this. And I have CDs at the back table, but Zoe does as well. And you could also, if you're not a CD person, if you've moved on to the new world of streaming, all my stuff is there. I'm guessing it probably is for you too. So you can find us on social media and all those places we should stay off of. And just, you should come see live music like this is what you should do. But anyway, all right, play one more song and I'll take a break. And Saturday night, you're all maybe you've been around too. There's another dance, but all you gotta do is say yes. But if you're looking for love, honey, I'm tougher than the rest. If you're rough and ready for love, honey, I'm tougher than the rest. Thank you all very much. It's so good in this place. It's a matter of pride, and I go this alone. So you think it ain't right? Won't you mind your own? Don't mind me, just keep it moving along. The last thing in this world that I need's a bar full of yapping jaws. Don't mind me, man, I'll pay when I'm done. Already owed everybody before I ever begun. It's a matter of pride, and I go this alone. So you think it ain't right? Won't you mind your own? Thank you. All right. It's almost funny to play that song. You guys are so quiet and you're so attentive and you're such a listening crowd. But I grew up playing in bars and stuff, you know, in the South, and Americans are just so loud, you know, everywhere we go. So, but it's funny because I wrote that song when I was younger. You know, I just played so many bars, you know, where there's just so much noise, and there's the TV on behind you with the football game, and my guitar player and I, when my very first tour overseas, I guess this was 10 years ago, over 10 years ago. It was in the spring of 2007, and our first gig was in the Netherlands, and we got off the plane, and the booking agent picked us up from the airport, and we went and took like an hour nap, you know, and so you're jet lagged, you've skipped a whole night's sleep, and then you go to your first gig, and there's like 40 Dutch people sitting there attentively looking at you, as quiet as they can be, and we'd never played a quiet room in our life. And everybody you could just hear a pin drop, and, you know, we were looking at each other, you know, and you could just see like the sweat, you know, dropping off our nose on their guitars, and just, we thought, God, they hate us, they're so quiet, you know. So, and the funny thing is, after 3 weeks, I quite got used to everybody being quiet. That's kind of nice. And then I went back home, and I remember the first gig I had to drive from Nashville to Baltimore, which was like 13 or 14 hours, and I played this loud bar, and I was just kind of sitting there, and I went back to the hotel room, and I was like, oh God, I wish I was back overseas, you know. Screw these people, you know. But it's like, it's one of those things. It's like live music it's not any kind of consistent thing, or it's not like that. It's just like this, you know. And so one night you're playing somebody's living room, one night you're playing a lovely crowd here in Tring, and they're all listening attentively. And then the next night you're in a pub, and then the next night you're in it goes all over the place, and you never know what you're going to get yourself into some nights. But anyway. Speaking of not knowing what you're going to get yourself into, this is a song off my first record, and this is basically, I don't have that many songs you can two-step to, but this is one of them you could if you knew how. I'm not encouraging you. I actually know how to two-step, full disclosure. I'm from Tennessee. My girlfriend growing up, we used to go line dancing all the time, and I used to have a mullet. You know what a mullet is? Yeah. Some people call them, let's see, there's the Kentucky waterfall, Mississippi mudflap, Tennessee top hat, all those names. Anyway, I was a kid, I didn't know what I was doing. But anyway, this is a country song, and this is, it's a little bit ambiguous at the end. It's called Betty, I'm Married. Beer's as cold as the night is hot. Satan's on coast ain't as hot as Shreveport tonight. Been down here working, but tonight I'm playing. I'm going home Sunday, back to Macon. Well, I knew that she was trouble when I seen her, and I told myself I was just being nice until her hand was on my knee. And I know what she saw my hand and saw that ring. I swear that's when Betty moved a little closer to me. Betty, I'm married. Betty, I'm taken. She ain't here with me tonight to save me. I've been lonely lately. You got me thinking. You sure look good to me, but Betty, I'm married. Before I start the next verse, let me get my guitar a little bit more in tune. Well, the band did play, and Betty did sing. She kept pouring drinks, and she kept playing me. I found myself out on the floor, out in her arms, swaying to the music, beat that I can't keep. Betty, I'm married. Betty, I'm taken. She ain't here with me tonight to save me. I've been lonely lately, and you got me thinking. You sure look good to me, but Betty, I'm married. bride with no blinds. She lay sleeping there, so beautiful in my eyes. And she wakes to find me staring, and she's glad that I ain't gone. It's Monday morning, I'm glad to be home. I'll leave it up to you guys to decide whether he did or he didn't. Your eyes, how they sparkle, but I never know how they shine for me. 'Cause my eyes are dark and guilty, they're ashamed of all they've seen. Girl, your image of me is distorted, mine is sharp and keen. I'm a lot more like something that you fear than something that you dream. 'Cause there's a dirty side of me that you ain't ever seen. Done things you wouldn't believe, things that are evil, things that are mean. And I ain't trying to scare you, honey, I just don't wanna deceive you. 'Cause you're as good as gold and mine's a ragged soul. I think that's why God sent you to me. How they linger, but I never know how they came to me. 'Cause even though my ears are open, they're long past listening. And girl, your prayers have somehow saved me from the things I'd stopped believing. Now I'm a lot more like something you can't take back than something you choose to keep. 'Cause there's a dirty side of me that you ain't ever seen. Done things you wouldn't believe, things that are evil, things that are mean. And I ain't trying to scare you, honey, I just don't wanna deceive you. 'Cause you're as good as gold and mine's a ragged soul. But I think that's why God sent you to me. Yeah, you're as good as gold and mine's a ragged soul. But I think that's why God sent you to me. Thank you. I think some tabs got settled up with that one, right? Dirt underneath my fingernails, greasing my hair, my body old and frail. I look a mirror, I feel a mess, and I'd look in the mirror if I weren't scared to death. She always says she loves me, but she never stays. If I had a penny for every heartbreak, I'd buy myself a new heart, take mine's place. Trouble be gone and trouble be damned, I'm just in the night, I ain't ashamed of myself. Just want a love that'll last a while and enough good times to prove how I felt. Somebody tell me if I'm crazy or not. there's a grave dug for you. You live till the end, just wait to die. Trouble be gone and trouble be damned. I'm just down tonight, I ain't ashamed of myself. Just want a love that'll last a while and enough good times to prove how I felt. Somebody tell me if I'm crazy or not. Come on, world, this is all you got. I'm not asking for the stars up above. I'm not asking you to lasso the moon, my love. Stitch up these scars and try and keep my spirits high. Give your best damn shot, 'cause I'll give mine. Trouble be gone and trouble be damned. I'm just down tonight, I ain't ashamed of myself. Just want a love that'll last a while and enough good times to prove how I felt. Somebody tell me if I'm crazy or not. Come on, world, this is all you got. Come on, world, this is all you got. So how you guys doing? I just realized I haven't asked that all night long. That's very rude of me. Sorry about that. Yeah, I am a slacker. Yeah, you guys good? You loose? You comfortable? Got a drink of some sort? Got a good tea? Something? Tea's really good here. I have a little bit of hot tea right here, so it's really good. Cheers. Bell's tea, it's the best one. Yeah, it is. This next song I was going to play is it's on my record, The Big Show, that came out a few years ago, and this song is it's called Hadley's Bend, and it's about this place. It's north of Nashville, and it's in Old Hickory, and Old Hickory is named after Andrew Jackson, and that was his nickname because he was so tough. And I've noticed that the English people follow American politics way closer than Americans follow English politics, possibly because my country doesn't read newspapers anymore, which might be related to something, but. So I'm from Tennessee, and Andrew Jackson was a Tennessean, and Hadley's Bend, the river wraps around, the Cumberland River wraps around, and it makes this little kind of like nook. And the DuPont plant at one point had built a powder plant, and they made powder, and during the First World War, they would ship it over here to Europe for World War I. And later on, after the ammunitions and stuff changed, they changed it and they started making plastics. And into the 50s, they switched to rayon, and they built a new part. So they had DuPont City, a little area, and then they built Rayon City. And but also that, this area predated that, because the Trail of Tears marched through there, which ironically, Andrew Jackson is the one that ordered the Trail of Tears, when they sent the Cherokee out of the Southwest out to the Midwest. And if you follow the news, Andrew Jackson's been in the news a lot lately because President Trump came to Tennessee a few months ago and visited Andrew Jackson's grave, and he kind of fancies himself as a modern-day Andrew Jackson. And recently he gave an interview just last weekend, and he was talking about how Andrew Jackson, it's a shame because, he could have stopped the Civil War, and I don't know why they didn't just work it out, and, he's such a reasonable guy. And of course, Andrew Jackson passed away about 17 years before the Civil War started. Andrew Jackson also had a lot of slaves, so he actually probably wouldn't have been, for sorting it out. But we don't get the, there's a few history lessons that have gotten skipped. So anyway, but I love Hadley's Bend. It's this really historic area, and it's really kind of cool, and it's kind of trapped in time because of I don't know if it's because of the water or the culture or all the stuff that's happened there. But I would drive up there when I first moved to Nashville, because they have this, all the old houses there, they were built by the plant, so they don't fit in Tennessee at all. They're like this New England kind of structure. And then you find the plants closed down, and then they have the little masonite siding houses, in Rayon City, and it's just a real working class area. But and then right where the Trail of Tears march, there's this nice new golf course on one side of the road, and people are playing golf over there and paying country club memberships. And then on the other side of the road, there's these little tourist shops that sell arrowheads and stuff, and souvenirs from the Trail of Tears, which is kind of odd. And then right beside there was this big liquor store, and it had this old sign that said Gordon's Gin, and I'm a fan of Gordon's Gin as well. But the sign's not there anymore, but I just used to always think about all these working class people for like the last 50 years or so that had grown up there, and we hit that liquor store every day on the way home from work, and what their life would be like. So anyway, this is called Hadley's Bend. In Hadley's Bend, if you listen you can hear the sound of old hickory in the wind. The Trail of Tears had passed through here, it's been said, and now we've got a golf course, souvenir shops with arrowheads. You can hear the sound of the souls trapped in this bend. There's only one way out and a million ways in. Hadley's Bend. City flat, a masonite siding trap, a DuPont job that put clothes on all our backs. This place once made the powder that helped to win the war, and the cellophane and rayon kept open these plant doors. But you can't hear the sound of the souls trapped in this bed. There's only one way out, but a million ways in. Hadley's Bend. Bobby joined the service, and now he's in Iraq. Susie went off and got married at DuPont High, she used to run track. Sarah, she let go the summer of '92. We used to dream of retirement, now I'm wishing I could let go too. But you can't hear the sound of the souls trapped in this bed. There's only one way out, a million ways in. Hadley's Bend. Gordon's Gin goes down easy in Hadley's Bend. If you listen, you can hear the sound of old hickory in the wind. Thank you. That was another one you can dance to, of course. She was standing at the loading when the trucks rolled up. She was sniffing all around like a half-grown female pup. She wasn't hard to talk to, looked like she had nowhere to go. I gave her my pass so she could get in to see the show. Sat her down right next to me and I got her a beer. While I mixed that sound on the stage so the band could hear. The more I watched her watch them play, the less I thought of to say. When they walked off stage, the drummer swept that girl away. Rosie, you're alright, you wear my ring. When you hold me tight, Rosie, that's my thing. When you turn out the lights, I got to hand it to me.